travelers on the spiritual journey, this is the day the Lord, the divine, has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. If you actually repeat that in your head and really let that resonate, because isn't that such a wonderful start for each day? Starting your day with gratitude for being here with this new day, for the creature comforts you have, that lovely, cozy, comfy bed that you awaken in, your family, your friends, nature, and so many things, of course, including your beautiful, reassuring, comforting, guiding faith. Just knowing that you are held by the divine spirit, by angels, by guides, the ascended masters, and that you have your loved ones and spirits around you as well, looking after you. Indeed, let us rejoice and be glad. That doesn't mean that we are void of any darkness in our lives. It just means that we have so very much to be grateful for, and we can rely on that forever giving, unseen love. We recently celebrated winter solstice, a day when it is the longest of darkness. I think we all feel like we have those days sometimes, whether it's winter solstice or not. They kind of come throughout the year. And then it has the shortest amount of daylight. It's also my mom's birthday, so maybe that's why I give it a little bit more attention as well. But on the winter solstice, pagans would gather around the yew tree to celebrate the time of darkness was going into light. From then on, the light would grow stronger, it would be warming, and they could soon grow their crops again. It was time of great feasting and celebration, throwing a Yule log onto the fire, focusing on the spiritual connection of nature to plant seeds of hope for the coming spring. And some practice this darkness being in a time of stillness, a time to go within and reflect on the past year, to make a focused effort on acknowledging the highs and lows of the year. What do we want to let go of? What do we want to release? Grudges? Hurts? Anything and everything that no longer serves us? A time to wash your sheets, so to speak. What is it you no longer want to lie on? What is it you no longer want to take to bed with you? It's a time to air your laundry, as they used to say. And once you've released that, a time to envision what you want. What seeds do you want to plant in your heart? What do you want to grow? What do you want to manifest? And ask. Ask the universe, the divine spirit, all those that are around you for your highest and best. Ask for what you have envisioned or something better. Knowing that the divine sees the bigger picture and can open your life to even more than you expected, wished for, or perhaps could even imagine for yourself. It's important to sit with yourself in the darkness, the quiet time of stillness, and truly seeing yourself and your life as it is now. Many people intend to do this prior to the end of the year, but with all the activities around Christmas and Thanksgiving and all the busyness, oftentimes people don't get a chance to do that. But it's not too late, so just take that time now or as soon as you can to just really take that time to sit in your quiet. Acknowledge your life, your actions, your inactions, circumstances, what you've created, and what is. Set your intentions to take out the trash, the negative that's creeped in while life happens. And let's face it, 2024 has had a lot of life happen. Then light a candle, either actual or imagined, and bringing in the light of what you wish for, your wonderful, blessed life. However that looks to you. Because we are all, thankfully, very individual. From darkness into light. We also see this at Christmas. How did Christmas turn into such a shopping commercial craziness? I don't know. For those of us who have been blessed with being pregnant and giving birth, or those that have been around someone who has, you may know that generally a woman, as she gets close to birthing time, there's a flurry of cleaning, a time of preparation, and then stillness, because she just senses that it's that time where she's about to give birth. Christians celebrate Christmas with Advent, a time of preparation and anticipation, so similar, for the birth of Jesus and his second coming. Advent comes from the Latin word adventus, which means arrival or appearing. This is a time of stillness and prayer, scripture reading and meditation following themes of hope, peace, joy, and love. Then Christmas Day is a celebration of baby Jesus being born, coming to preach and teach and save, the light. There's much joy. So you see again the theme of darkness and stillness into light. Then there's Diwali, celebrated by the Hindus, Sikhs, and some Buddhists. Each faith marks different historical events and stories, but nonetheless, the festival remains the same symbolic victory of light over darkness, knowledge over ignorance, and good over evil. So again, different religion, but you see this theme again of darkness into light, celebrating the light. And that's what you are being encouraged to do, to release the negative and welcome in the light. Okay, so stick with me here. I know I've gone traditional before, but it's all connected, just like we are. So, for those of you who remember, this might be a bit like Lake Wobegon days. I don't know if any of you listened to that show, which wanders a bit. For those of you that remember the song White Rabbit by the Jefferson Airplane, and for those of you that don't, check it out on YouTube later. It's a great song. It's loosely based on the wonderful book Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. At one point, the song says, "One pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small, but the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all." Well, that part isn't totally true because there's over-the-counter medications. Well, they all have side effects. Just read the packaging. But I digress, as I do on those kind of topics. But as an analogy, one pill does make you larger, the positive energy one, and the light. And the one pill makes you small, the negative energy you hold on to, or allow yourself to consume by what you expose yourself to. And you can flip on the TV, any news source, you can find plenty of exposure to negativity, if that's what you choose to expose yourself to. Again, darkness and light. Hopefully you've heard the old Cherokee Native American parable about the two wolves. The grandfather speaking to the grandson, explaining about the two wolves inside, and that there's a battle that rages between them. One representing anger, greed, and envy, and the other one representing positive emotions such as love, peace, and kindness. The grandson, with wide eyes, asks, "Which one wins?" And the grandfather says, "The one you feed will ultimately win." Meaning the emotions you choose to nurture will determine your character and your actions. Again, choosing light over darkness. Or as spiritualists, we profess that you make your own happiness or unhappiness as you obey and disobey natural laws, which are basically lightness over dark, but with a lot more detail. And back to the pills. In the film The Matrix, there were the red pills and the blue pills. In The Matrix, taking the pills, specifically the red pill, represents the choice to confront harsh reality and awaken to the truth about the world, while taking the blue pill means choosing to remain ignorant and comfortable within a fabricated illusion, essentially staying blissfully unaware of the truth. It's a metaphor for choosing between facing uncomfortable realities or staying in a comfortable but potentially deceptive state of mind. The red pill represents the path of knowledge, truth, and potentially difficult times. The blue pill represents the path of ignorance, comfort, and staying within the illusion. The red pill, bringing in the light, knowledge and truth, even if it's not the easiest path. And the blue pill, darkness, ignorance, and status quo, not choosing to move towards the light, but to accept the negativity that was around them, because it had grown comfortable in the illusion that there wasn't a better way. But once the red pill was taken, it was basically impossible to go back to the blue way of life because they had already gained the knowledge, the light of the truth. So choose to take the pill that makes you larger, more positive, and be that shining light emanating spirit within you and helping to light the world. You cannot cure darkness with more darkness. You can only cure darkness with light. Help to build the Christ consciousness. We are all a part of this. And we all must do our part to lift into love. And be mindful of which wolf are you feeding. Are you allowing the feelings of anger and resentment and fear to grow? Step away from the news hype with all those tones of fear and anger and impending doom that their voices just get to your whole nervous system. Or are you feeding your wolf love, understanding, compassion, peace, kindness? Are you taking mindful steps to feed and nurture the wolf? The Divine Spirit is here to help you. So again, you can feel the light and the love and spread that joy. The world needs more positive and more light. There are many who are very happy to be saying farewell to 2024 and the darkness they encountered. Not a year that they would wish to repeat. Let us take the time to pray and meditate and intentionally setting your intentions to release the darkness and intentionally inviting in the light into our hearts and to guide our actions and behavior. This process has been practiced by our ancestors, a time to honor nature, ourselves, and our fellow man, and the divine spark that is within each one of us, seeing it within ourselves and seeing it within each other. We are all worthy. Let me repeat that. We are all worthy of the light, and we are all created as light beings. Again, you cannot cure darkness with more darkness, hate with more hate. Light, you can only cure darkness with light, and hate with love. Are you making those conscious choices to choose light and to choose love? The choice is always yours. We have free will. We've always been given free will. It's your choice to take the high road or the low road. And there will be plenty of times you may ask yourself, who has the big brain? Am I choosing wisely and to the best of my knowledge and for the betterment of myself and the world? Or am I taking the easy way? We as spiritualists know that we can tap into the world of spirit, ask God, the divine, our spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, loved ones, and others for guidance. And listen, that's the tricky part. Listen to get the answers. We're very good at asking, but the listening, I think, takes a bit more work. We know that our inner compass connects with the divine when we let go and allow that connection, as we surrender in love, rather than listening to our ego self or our fear self. Like taking the red pill, sometimes we have to go through some tougher times, taking that roller coaster of life in order to make the progress, which may seem a little bit like the harder road, but is it? Is it not harder to sit and pretend that all is well and change is not necessary? Reverend T. Adams states that conscious is God's deputy of the soul. We can try pretending all is well, but our higher self will still be talking to us, calling us to what we came here for, calling us to be true to ourselves, being true to our best selves. And that creates the discontent between being in the blue world and rising to what's calling you, the possibilities of life, challenging yourself to being that self that brings you the joy, instead of the blue pill and numbing out, whether that's alcohol, medication, social media, scrolling, YouTube, TV, whatever. So the choice again is yours. In Reverend Marilyn Autry's book, The River of Life, a book of spiritualism and natural law, she says the law of choice can be termed the engine of our evolutionary process. Choice can be defined as an option, a preference, or a selection. By your choices, you create the cause and effect in your life. By choice, you also bring the law of attraction and law of allowing into play. Responsible choices take into account the consequences you must face based on choice. As you investigate the evolutionary process of your life, it requires that you examine your soul and its growth. which again links back to the matrix and the red pill or the blue pill. Stagnation and complacency or growth. Both are consequences of your choices. We're entering very interesting times. We see it all around us in the changes that are taking place nationally and globally. We see this astrologically. We see this in the energy bursts that are entering the Earth's atmosphere at a higher frequency and more often. Things are shifting. The choices are yours. Be the light. That's where the positive changes are. In the Bible, Isaiah 41:10, it states, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God, and I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you in my righteous right hand." And remember, Spirit, God, and the divine are always with you. They're always here, willing to serve you as you help to serve Spirit. So remember to let your light shine, and you are a part of the great I am. In The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams, the number 42 is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe and everything. The answer is always 42. The answer was calculated by a supercomputer named Deep Thought over a period of 7.5 million years. However, the characters are disappointed because the answer is not very useful and no one knows what the question is. But actually, the supercomputer got it all wrong because the answer is always love. But the choice is yours.